I think what I'm going to do is actually just stop with these garbage decks, and we're going to go back to our Kroxa Grinder. This has been like the most effective deck that I've run. We made some changes to the main board. Let me actually check something else. Let me see something. One of these did feel quite cuttable, huh? I don't think we need all those. Like, is this... This might be actually good. Something like this. I don't know about our sideboarding plan. Alright, I'm gonna go get the other chair real fast. We did it. We did it. We figured it out. We figured it out. Wow. Whew. Quel relèvement. Alright, now here is the question. What is the best way to proceed? I think an Agonizing Remorse. Just to get out. The turn 3 threats, which are the big ones. But the shirts, man, I don't know where my shirts are. Most of my shirts are dirty. It's a laundry day today. And I'm reorganizing where all the shirts are stored. You hate to see it, huh? I mean, we're going to take some serious fucking pain. How are your shirts stored now? No, just changing all the furniture, moving all the furniture around, taking stuff out, throwing stuff out. Alright, we can't do that. Okay. Got off to an awkward start. Plausibly could have mulliganed. Plausibly, possibly. Okay, so Rankle, Master Prankles, and Ashiok are bad. Disfigure is good. Redcap Melee is good. And a Bedevil. Just beat the Bedevil out of it. I think I've already done the damage to my neck. It's devastating. This is actually a great hand. We got the Redcap Melee. Let's get some Malice going. Ooh. Oh my god, Dr. Overzero says hello there. Howdy, 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 howdy. So if I play this and crack it for a black mana, this will allow me to play this next turn for Tymaret Calls the Dead, which is a good card. We still have the opportunity to, in case a Robber of the Rich comes down, Broken Wings. Yeah, it's fine. Could be light up the stage. Don't really care too much about that. Cracked. Perfect. Perfect, perfect, perfect. Boop. Hello. Yeah, it's Dad. Here, let me move this garbage can out of the way. Yeah, hi. Guys. Oh. Sean, it's been a while been watching your stuff on YouTube. Thought I'd come and say hello. Do you still play any Mr. Overzero? Haven't played our dear game of Rocket League in some time. I regret to say, I hate to inform, it is the case that I haven't done it in a little bit. Maybe 6-7 months even. Isn't that a tragedy? And, well, actually, it's a bit of an anti-tragedy, really, because I have been enjoying the shit out of Magic. I've been playing so much Magic. Hello. Hello, my... Yes. Yes, my sweet darling cat. Yes, come here. Yes, we have an Overzero fan right here. Oh. Ow. Goodbye, Share Bear. Share Bear over there like you just don't care. Too much media in so little time. Yeah, man. Do cats need haircuts? Not these little princesses. Not my sweet girls. Oh my god, is it Sean's time to start swonking? Say swonk to the chonk. Ooh, we don't need that one. To the bin with you. Now, life gain? Excellent, excellent, excellent. If we keep attacking, there is no way Broken Wings can deal 17 damage back with the next few turns. I love this Rakdos Grinder deck. It is so tight. It is so tight. And I think the addition of Angrath's Rampage is an absolute smarty pants move. Maybe. There's your blowout city right there, man. Absolute blowout city. Turn 4, Kroxa is like so difficult to defeat. So satisfying. Sideboarding plan's perfect. Oh my god, I'm so happy to actually have a good chair again. Oh, my poor neck. Oh. Dude, I need a good massage. I probably say that once every 2 weeks. Anytime I have any pain, I'm like, it's massage time. And I'm so late on getting one of those. I maybe think this is a bad keep, like maybe, but being able to play turn 3 Tymaret Calls the Dead is so good against mono red. Well, okay, that seems pretty good. I don't want that. Foam rolling has changed my life. Yeah, man. Oh my god. Foam rolling is absolute A+ out of 10. So I think I should do this, and I think I should Agonizing Remorse. If there's an Anax in there, we can just get it right now. And that's the... We have to get the light up the stage. to get it. Yeah, that's the No land one time. What? I just solved this problem for myself. What a butt. Alright. None? Oh my god, that is just an absolute agony, man. Hello, I'm an axe. I've been hardened in the forge recently. You may have heard of me. Oh, what? Did I cut too many creatures? What is happening to me? Alright, well, I don't know. Whatever. This is a weird game. Doesn't matter, doesn't count. Not gonna look, not even gonna make an assessment of it. I guess we're just gonna leave this stain on our shirt, huh? Where are my... Hey, Sheriff, do you know where the shirts are? Yeah, you looking at birds? Hi. It's a good cat. You hear how that cat just responds to me? It's so nice. This turn 1, that turn 2 for black. I have to put this one to the bottom. It's a way better one to get. See, look at all of these creatures to exile for a 2/2. So PM 1111 appears to very, very, very be on Temur Adventureuse. So, what this means is that what I will be doing is applying pressure. It could be Temur Reclamation. And I'm jonesing for something. For a snack, actually. Might need to get... Okay, it is Temur Reclamation. Let's just fill up the bin. Keep going in. You got it. Still goes into the grave. It's so crazy. This deck runs 3 Pharika's Libation. It's so good. No, no. I think one more land would be nice, but typically this deck just halts anything landy once you get to 4. Sinister Sabotage. PM 1111 has no Wilderness Reclamation. So there's no Wilderness Reclamation. There's no Planeswalkers. We see land getting missed. So we just prepare the Bing Bongs. Bing Bong. This, you know, I think I probably should have gone Shock into... Or Bonecrusher Stomp into Bonecrusher. What? Forgot that all this occurs at once. Get rid of this one. I have no idea what the hell is happening here. I have no idea what that Spectral Sailor is doing there. Love cards make you play stupid things, man. Yeah, dude. What is it about repeating after dumb shit that is so satisfying? Oh! Oh my god, it is just absolute satisfaction central. Okay, so we were up against, like, all signs point to something reclamation-y. So, I mean, we want these in there for sure. I don't necessarily think we want, like, that much removal-y doovally things. I'm actually going to cut a lot of removal things. I'm going to cut a lot of the Bonecrushy guys. Duress is going to come in. Ashiok's going to come in. I think Noxious Grasp is probably good to have in there due to the fact that we expect an Uro to be in those decks. Put it in the Myrtle Gooses. I think it seems good. I mean, actually seems pretty good. I can disrupt and then nuke the Wilderness Reclamation. Catch my opponent with the pants down. With the pants down. I mean, this has got to be a Wilderness Reclamation deck. It runs Expansion Explosion. Okay. I would have suggested mulliganing this. I mean, as much as I love Kroxa, you know. Like, this is not an inspiring looking hand against just a regular Phoenix. Let's get some discos a-going. I have 25 land. I have one more black source than red sources. What? Oh. So this is a flash deck. Huh. It's a flash deck. I mean, I may have, like, screwed myself, because a flash deck will have a lot of counters, but maybe it's that Reclamation deck that boards into flash? Good thing I put in the... Ooh. Land is actually very good right now. Okay, so how many juicy goods do I have there? Not quite enough. I mean, I really don't know if I'm ahead or behind. I really don't know. Yeah, you see? Yeah. I mean, Ordinarily, I'd be like, okay, this is really bad position for us, but I don't actually know what PM 1111's deck's trying to do. We should definitely take out all the Ashiok Dream Renders. That's a little bit more of a value card in a grindy matchup, especially one where we expected Uro to be a significant consideration. But if there's no Uro, then tight. And even if we board them out and put in something like Bedevils, okay, we have instant speed removal in case we're wrong. Farts. The thing that's also weird is that there's 3 expansion explosions that have been put away now. Nice. Really nice. Really tight. Super tight. Super duper ultra tight. Is this... Okay, that's good. 2 cards in the hand, huh? You see, like, just a few turns ago, our opponent had, like, a huge hand. So many cards in there. But now... Pharika's Libation Counterspell, Pharika's Libation Counterspell. Alright, let's take a peek. Let's get that one out. I'm very curious what is on the top. Okay. Alright. Let's put 2 to the bottom. Let's just 2 to the bottom. You know, like let's not mess around here. Honestly, having 3 expansion explosions in the bin is good. You know, in fact, I dare say you love to see it. I feel somewhat firmly that the probability of our opponent getting an expansion explosion off the top, find it low. Find it a little low. And my opponent has 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. So, I mean, expansion explosion would kill us. But I figure I can take a turn to do this first. Activate Kroxa. PM 1111 is unlikely to have an answer. 2 of those are going to go in there. That's great. I'm the Shaz says Arteezy streaming 3 times in 2 weeks. It's a miracle. Is Arteezy on right now? Time to shut the stream down. No way Arteezy's live right now. Let me open that shit up. Don't think I'm not going to watch Arteezy, man. That's fun. That is some fun shit. Oh my god, can you... Oh, yeah. How many cards are left here? 31? Alright, well, let's go ahead and... take a swing. Ooh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh, watch this. Put my own stuff in the bin. Get another Kroxa. Ooh. F. F. Yeah, you see the new tech that our good friend Smart Teasy is doing? Our Teasy is cleverly putting a headdress as one of his opening items on position 1. Ooh. Bop. Dot by do bop. Look at the sheer power of this Rakdos Grinder deck. Look at the absolute power. What's Day 9's rank? Dude, I've not played ranked in like 2 years, 2.5 years or so.
You should be flattered I decided to torture you.
So who fucking knows, man? 2 years ago, my rating was like 36 or some shit. 37, 35, 34, 42, 58, 9K, 1K, something like that. Some in the above 35-ish. How about MTG Arena rank? Dude, mythic every time I try, Toothmaker. Every single time I try. Is he doing headdress in lieu of other items? Well, Drenson, the usual, like, historical moves for anyone going to lane is you get a bunch of regeneration spells. Or regeneration spells. I'm like playing Magic, calling everything a spell. A bunch of regeneration items, such as tangos, salves, maybe things to regenerate mana, things to regenerate health. You typically get something like a Quelling Blade to help you deal a little more damage to creeps. And then often you'll get one item that contributes to your stats. That's like the archetypical historical move of what you would do like since the early days of Dota. Like that's your sort of historical maneuver. What's been happening recently is a few months ago, they changed the way that couriers work. Instead of having one courier for your whole team, now each person gets their own individual courier. They get their own individual courier. Which means that suddenly you can actually transport out, because it used to be the mid lane would only use the courier. So there would be like one person who'd be getting items. And everyone else was kind of just like, whatever. So what has emerged in the last, say, 3 months or so is carries. Baby. Carries experimenting quite a bit with different items that do something kind of interesting. So there was explorations of people using items. I'm just going to do each player discards a card, so that way I can put Kroxa into the bin and recast him next turn. Hi! Yeah! Party time with tummy time! Oh, you're knocking everything over! What a good cat. So the thing that's interesting is... You hate to see it, but you don't actually care that much to see it. So the thing that was really interesting is there was this item called a headdress, which was often purchased by a support player. A headdress gives a little bit of stats. Wow, absolute, pure, unadulterated filthiness. But I'm also very close to winning the game. You love to see it. This headdress that was this regen and stat item. This regen stat item that a lot of supports would get to help give their carry a little extra regeneration. We're seeing the carries themselves buy a headdress. That's the really interesting, cool, new meta thingy. So let's see, we just played against this style of deck. We know that the Bonecrusher Giants are mostly irrelevant. Angrath's Rampage actually has great value here. We think that this is going to be good, and this is going to be good, and... think I want the Ashioks in there. Is Headdress shareable? It's not shareable, but it is an aura, so it affects the entire lane. So that's the sort of thing that Arteezy started doing. And I saw everyone just go, oh shit, Arteezy's doing something. Let me copy that as fast as I can. Let me also get coffee as fast as I can. Waiting on my opponent. Perfect. Ooh, this is going to be a good one. If I can go turn 2 Kroxa, turn 3 Tymaret Calls the Dead, it's such a beating. Yeah, Overzealous says, man, I was supposed to hop on a plane to go down to LA for the RLCS broadcast, but they announced today that they're canceling all in-person events for the foreseeable future, including RLCS finals. Yeah, it's just so insane to me, man. It's so insane to me. Finals in Austin? Yeah, canceled. You run 80 miles again today? No, I ran Monday and Tuesday, but I didn't run today. I didn't do it. Alright, looks like we are powering up. So Tymaret Calls the Dead will put a grand total of 6 cards into the graveyard. Well. I always try to do this bluff, man. Every single time. Every fucking time. Damn it. Alright, now we can exile something. Well, now this dude's got like a hand. Show me what you got, huh? That's actually so funny. Well, now I actually have some good plans. I can just, like, Rankle and start bonking in there, man. Dude, I am still so surprised that GDC's canceled. And not surprised in that, like, I'm Mr. Smarty Pants, and I know better. And I'm surprised they made that decision. I just mean, like, it's so weird how this ripple effect is happening and affecting things that are right next door to me. Such a good beater, man. Hopefully our opponent responds by returning this to the hand and then it gets discarded. Sacrifice creature. We'll probably need a Murderous Rider, the Atris, because Atris has Menace, so we can't block it. Oh shit, that's, you know, that's a bit of a pickle. It's a bit of a pickle for your friend Sean, you know. So the only way out of this one is to play this one first, and then we go delete, 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 delete. Get these ones out of the way. So now there's a Pelakrinos, which can fight our Kroxa, which is fine. He needs to exile 12. No, exile 6 cards. Fuck. So swing, and then I block here, and Pelakrinos for summons. Damn, that play is fucking sick. Alright. So I guess what could save us is Angrath's Rampage, actually. Angrath's Rampage could, like, proper save us, huh? I think that's it. God, this deck is still so much sweeter than everything. Probably for yet another black mana. Wow, that'll actually not do it, huh? Wait, this is a fight effect? Oh, fuck yeah, it does it. Look at our hero, the Mire Triton. Look at this absolute hero. With Death Touch, just fixing it. This doesn't have trample, no problem. Fight it. Should balance the coffee I'm drinking with water, man. You love to see it. That's nice. Oh, when you prevent the damage. I fucking see. So if I had just blocked first. Okay. Okay. I see how it works. I see how it works. I still think that this is an excellent little planny plan. Do we want a third one of these? Now that we know that there's Atrises in this particular one, I think it might be a little bit better to get just one more shooter. Ooh, probably not. We probably do need to make sure we have enough lands. Great. Beat the Bedevil out of it. Okay, so... that's good to see. You love to see that one. Okay. Okay. Dude, I think that the adding of Angrath's Rampage to this is really nice. Like, that card is awkward as hell. Like, I do not like that card often. This is what's so great. There's, like, really nothing that can be discarded that's that bad. Because in 2 turns we can cast a Phoenix of Ash. I realized after I hovered it. Crap. Chow says, hey Day9, I wanted your thoughts on something. I learned the other day from patch notes that Riot has an AI system that warns them when something is wrong. What do you think about AI helping to balance a multiplayer experience? I don't know much about AI or its practical applications. Oh, it's amazing. I think it's super, super, super amazing and very, very powerful. But the way I will describe most machine learning techniques is that, most machine learning and AI techniques for that matter, is that it's kind of like a really powerful hammer. That's a good one to get. Guys, I'm delighted to inform you that this Mire Triton will be soon dealing 20 points of damage. Yeah, but I mean, like, machine learning is like a really powerful hammer. If you set your nail up just right, it can just hammer the shit out of that. But it's not like a solve-all. It's kind of like saying, hey, we now have Photoshop, so we can do graphic design for posters digitally instead of physically. Yeah, that is actually fantastic. That's really good news. It's fantastic that you don't have to go through all these headaches with physical media. But you still need a designer, right? It doesn't change the fact that someone is going to need to sit down and is going to need to do a big ol' pile of work. Yeah, what's in here, huh? Ooh, Polakranos. Somebody wishes they played a little Polakranos last turn, huh? A lot of points of damage coming in on this Mire Triton. Yeah, so like, if you have an AI, it's not like you have a worker. It's not like you just have someone who's going to do a bunch of work all on their own because it's a sentient robot being or some shit like that. What you wind up with is just a really strong tool that still needs to be managed by someone. And it will cut a bunch of work down. Like, obviously you can design things much faster with Photoshop than without Photoshop. This is such a good setup. Look at our Mire Triton. Just absolutely beating. That's one of the good cards. Fuck. Huh. Shit. Okay. We are all good with that. twiddle my less noisy pen. Great, so this means that we don't have to worry about this guy coming down. Perfect. Perfect, 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 perfect. We'll do this first in case we get another Phoenix. Oh! 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 Ha! Ha! Oh! This person is going to fill their bin. This is the player that should fill. Yes! Oh my god, yeah, take the action. Please put it on top. Please! And then let's put it straight into the graveyard. Boom, 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 boom. And what did we say earlier? The Mire Triton that was going to deal 20 points of damage? You love to see it. I mean, if we get Casualties of War. It's already dealt 20 damage by now. It's still a lot. This time, I'm delighted if you take the aura. There you go. It's all yours, friend. Oh! This player's gonna fill it up. Ooh, yes. Alright, great. Is this deck not sweet? It's the only deck that I can, like, win with consistently outside of the Mengu ramp. The sweetness factor. It's through the roof. Yeah, I'll definitely keep this one. My neck is still so messed up from that other chair. Why did I not just sit in my Herman Miller Aeron chair all day long, like an all-day Sean? Oh, wow. What an absolute beating. What an oh, shit. Wait, no, this is a flash deck. Yeah, we're going to need a lot of Ago Rorms. Oh, yeah. Oh, you love to see it get topped. Let's take that land that was just drawn and play it. Bada, bada, boom. Alright, well, let's Agonizing Remorse and see what's up. This we don't care about, this we don't care about. It's really this and this we care about, huh? So let's get this one out on this turn. Matthias Stein says, about the loop on MTG, what's this deck all about? Well, I want to direct your eyes to this mechanic escape right here at the bottom. Exile 5 other cards from your graveyard, and then pay this cost, and you can cast this from the graveyard. I have a number of strong escape cards. Now, my opponent might just respond by expansioning this, which is fucking fine, man. I have Tymaret. Yeah, let's get that one out. So, our goal is roughly to fill the graveyard and then cast really powerful shit that casts well from the graveyard. I'll hang on to this. And that's about that. So it's really interesting if you have enough things that can fill the grave that you wind up feeling a little bit like by filling your graveyard. It kind of creates a weird form of card draw. It's very gassy. Storm's Wrath. Ooh. Retro says, I'm surprised you didn't take Wilderness Wreck the first time. I took the Uro because the Uro could have been cast the following turn and therefore gotten value by casting Agonizing Remorse and seeing the Uro is there. It guarantees that I get the Uro, and then on the following turn my opponent will have 3 mana, which means they still can't cast a Wilderness Reclamation. So then I cast a Wilderness Reclamation. Oh, Retro says, I didn't realize Agonizing Remorse exiled the card. Oh, yeah, that makes a metric shitload of sense. Yeah, Agonizing Remorse can exile a card from the hand, and it can exile a card from the grave. Or excuse me, or it can exile a card from the grave. And the funny thing is, I initially was drawn towards this deck because I really like discard as a mechanic. I just think it's very fun and very cool. It's obviously obnoxious as hell to be up against, but that's part of the reason for my love of it, is that I'm being a bit of a bad boy. And it's fun to be a bad boy. But in addition to initially starting off as like a very fun deck to play, it slowly turned out to just be strong. Like I mean, this is what I'm like climbing the ladder with. And I'm beating a lot of the current meta decks. Oh my god, look at this, dude. Shadowcast, Gifted 1 to Barcode and Matthias Stein. Gifted 5 to give him some pepper. Little Lockless Nauler and Bum Bum Bannon. Take a red right now. So this is actually a better outcome for us because now we will have the ability to Kroxa. That Kroxa will go to the grave. And then we can replay this Kroxa, so we'll get a double discard, which is excellent. You love to see it. Yep. Never heard you talk about Yu-Gi-Oh! Yeah, I've never played Yu-Gi-Oh! I have no idea how it works. Not even a little bit. Alright, let's scry. It's a good day to scry, huh? Alright, well, dude, Zetzern's gonna have to discard most of this shit. Ooh. Oh, yeah. Bam, bam, bam. Get all that garbage out of the way. Alright, first things first. Boom. To the bin with ye. Alright. Hurt some land. Feels good. Let's recast the Kroxa. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Keep the Phoenix as the one alive. How good would this deck work without all the dual lands? They feel really important. Like almost agonizingly important because you really want to turn 4 Kroxa, and that's double blue, double red. It's hard to do that without dual lands. But my wild cards, Sean. Dual lands are the best investment for wild cards by far, though. Okay, let's definitely get out the Bonecrushers and the Angrath Rampage. All our non-instant speed stuff. We want the Duress, for sure. We would love an Ashiok to just roast their shit. Oh, here it is. The Pharika's Libations. And I think I'm going to actually... Let me just cut a Murderous Rider here. Liliana Dreadhorde General, I don't think is the right play here. Oh my god, is it my favorite little brown cat? Hi. Sheriff. Come on. It's time. Where are you going? Oh, this cat is just not right sometimes. She wants to get onto my lap and she does not know what to do. Here's my Magic 3 tomorrow. Dude, yes. Dude, fuck yes. Dude, fuck yes. Cerebral Knight says, how well would this deck work without lands at all, I wonder? Well, if the lands are not in the deck, I'm going to need someone who gets up at 4:30 in the morning to pump iron to be able to carry them to victory. That was a very, very poor attempt to give a nod at the fact that you're a CrossFit boy, Cerebral. Let me tell you something. I think I'm capable of being clever sometimes. I really think I got the juice in me. But sometimes it really falls so flat that it hurts. It hurts me, it hurts you, it hurts us all. A+ effort, Sean. Hey, thanks, Travis. It's good to have your support. Also, I love that this channel is both built on a reputation of being one of the most positive places on all of Twitch. And in addition, I curse a lot, man. I love cursing. I think cursing's funny. Sheriff! Sheriff! Come here, Sheriff. Come on. Sheriff. This cat is such an idiot sometimes, man. Oh my god. Okay, here's a door. It's closed, and you open up and you go through the door. You go through here. It's because here's the hinge. It's closed. It's opening. It's closed. It's opening. It's closed. It's cracked. My cat goes to the hinge side and freaks out because she can't get out of the room. So I have to pick her up like a Roomba that got stuck and set her down at the entrance of the door. This cat, man. I'm telling you, this cat. This fucking cat is so cute, though. Fill up the bin yet more. Also, you seeing Arteezy's lane right now? Dude, he is just out of control. He is just out of control, Shadowcast. This man is good as fuck at this shit. Actually, just my stream. You dare counter me? It's fine, I can, like, recast this every fucking turn. I'm about to libate all over this. I don't know this. It doesn't really matter, because now I have enough to what? I'm sorry, what? I don't give a shit. Here I go. It's so catastrophic, and here is Arteezy 3-0-0. Is that what it is? Dota is a game that, like, my mental models still just, like, don't. Well, I mean, I need to not be an idiot. Let me just say the not idiot comment for a moment before I go back to idiot comments. The most consistent way
let me aid your research.
to become good at a game is to play it a lot and think about it a lot. to kind of become obsessed with it. And when your pal Sean plays every other Wednesday with Purge and that's about it, there's no way I'm gonna improve with some sort of consistency. Let me just note something sick. Reveal hand, you choose a non-land card and exile it. This just says spells and abilities your opponent control can't cause you to discard cards or sacrifice permanents. So what we're going to do is we're going to just take a peek. Oh, what do you know? It's an Uro. That's a good way to get back into things. Okay. What's stopping you from playing more Dota? Nothing's stopping. Nothing at all is stopping. I just happen to be doing a lot of other things that are awesome. If you there is a oh, fuck out of here. Fuck out of here. There's this. Oh, yeah, this is actually fun. I don't give a shit. There's a great YouTuber by the name of Nick Sabicki that does educational videos about the game of Go. And Nick Sabicki was just talking about how, like, if you want to play Go and just go to a park, hang out with your friends, have a few drinks, play a game, and enjoy yourselves, that's great. But if you want to improve, at least a little bit of you has to be obsessed. And that really resonates with me. Like, I was put on top, decline. I was even joking with someone the other day that, like, I improve at Dota twice a year. When I have a break over summer, when I have a break over winter. It's about it. It's about it. It's the only times I ever improve at Dota, because then I'm actually, like, playing Dota enough and spending a lot of time thinking about it. And the reason I was saying, like, I gotta not be an idiot is it's so easy to tell yourself a lie about, well, it's the way I'm thinking about it, and a model and an approach and a method, and you see what this causes me to do is that in this situation, no. If you're not spending hours, like, it doesn't matter at all. It, like, does not matter, man. Get out of that. Alright, Tymaret calls the dead. Off the top. Tymaret ball, corner pocket. Oh! Fuck, I forgot this card's so good. This deck is fucking tight. Fucking play one of these. Yeah. Fuck yeah, man. This deck is so awesome. So yeah, but even outside of that, the times when I do devote brain power and brain space to thinking about Dota, there's still a lot that just, like, my wee little Sean brain struggles with. Such as, like, this idea of so just this idea of, like, if you're not doing a lot in lane, and then at the right moment you get a kill, you can immediately turn the tides, and now you're in great shape. So, I mean, there's this sort of not do a lot, not do a lot, not do a lot, not do a lot, pew, huge explosion. Very different from StarCraft, which is that you need to be perfectly nailing every second of every single thing throughout the game. I mean, actually, since the very first day I played Dota, you know, there's times when it's like, yeah, dude, just sit behind me. I'm gonna farm, sit behind me, and if they go on me, you can defend me. And anytime I'm sitting behind someone, I'm like, I'm not doing anything. I'm not doing anything. I'm not doing anything. I'm not doing anything. Like, in a very literal sense, I'm not hitting buttons. I'm not hitting buttons. I'm not hitting buttons. I'm just like, Showcast says, do you feel like it's easier or harder to improve when you have people telling you what to do and how to play in Twitch chat? It's a mixture. It's a mixture of things. I would say that, like, when I have focused questions and I want to have a focused discussion, that's really helpful. Opponent goes first. I think this is still not a good enough start. Fuck it, man. I got this shit. In fact, just generally speaking, focused discussions are really helpful. The problem with general, like, forums, Twitch chat, stuff like this is that it's a fire hose of information. So, I'm trying to organize my thoughts on this. Stand by. Let's see, how do I want to put this? God, my cat really wants to go on a walk. I can hear her just meowing like crazy. Okay, so here's the way that I will describe it. So, first of all, whenever someone is trying to learn something that's complex, there is no way for someone to understand all of it. What they do is they understand rules of thumb, guiding principles, intermediate bits of information that will help them tap into the, oh my holy shit, we are absolutely fuck-a-molied. Good luck to me. So our win play is Ashiok, dunk ourselves, get the Kroxa. I mean that's like the only way to win here. But even then, that's suspect. And so again, players who are trying to learn how something works, trying to learn to improve. I'm dead. If it's land, we immediately concede. If it's land, like instantly. Hey, we didn't immediately concede. That's pretty tight. It's pretty cool. It's pretty great, huh? It's pretty nifty. Now, is there any way to win? Hey, Diet Coke 10, tell your wife I love her too. Fucking love your wife, Diet Coke 10. Diet Coke 10 says, hi, Dana. My wife wants me to tell you that we love you. I love your wife. This is so sick. Don't cast the Embercleave. Don't cast the Embercleave. No, no, no. See, here's the thing. The correct play here is don't cast the Embercleave. Do you see why? If you don't cast the Embercleave as Worcestershire, what happens is I have to choose a target for my Bedevil first, at which point my opponent can then respond by casting the Embercleave, and then you'd wind up with something like this, where you can assign the Embercleave to kill me. So I kind of had to help Worcestershire get there, which Worcestershire didn't need because we were completely fuckaronied in the pepperoni. So let me set up my sideboarding plan briefly and come back to this idea of mental models in Twitch chat. So Rankle is not a good blocker, and therefore we want it out. Disfigure is good. Redcap Melee is good, and that is, maybe we want a Bedevil, and we take out one Phoenix of Ash. Good. That seems like a really good... What? Where did... Oh, that's right, because I have 3 Rankles. Sorry, I'm still thinking about the old one. Anyways, is chat useful? And I was saying it's like a fire hose. And here's where what I was talking about with models. People come up with rules of thumb, principles, things like this, to help them as a stepping stone. So, you might hear someone say, if you're ever building a deck, 25 land, just stick with that. 24, 25. There's no reasoning why. It's just a number that's shoved in your face. Just 25, just stick with that. And then someone who might be looking at, some of the builds we were doing earlier would be like, whoa, 28 land? That kind of goes against my model, right? And when you have all sorts of different people who've played Dota, all of whom are, let's generously say, not 9K fucking players. Right? Virtually everyone's less than that. Most people are, let's actually be more realistic, most people are less than 6K players, right? They're less than 6K. And these players who are less than 6K all kind of have what we'll call a more coarse view of the game. And by coarse, I mean that they're still relying on some basic rules of thumb that might be something like, if they pick that hero, you counter with this hero. If they get a Bat Rider, you should get a Magic Stick. If there's a Phantom Assassin, you should get a Magic Stick early, right? There's just these like simple little rules of thumb that are going on. And sometimes the rules of thumb that this person has, that they use for their little mental model, are at odds with this person's rules of thumb and this person's mental model. Because none of these people are at the tip top. It's not that there is a linear path to success in Dota 2. As an example, there is someone who might say, all right, if you're ever confused about what to do, just go farm. There's another person who might say, if you're ever confused about what to do, try to set up a smoke gank. Much better starting hand. Murderous Rider goes. These three are very good. So these are two very different mental models. Go attack more, go farm more. Now, what might happen to each of these two different players is they're improving. And then one of them might say, you know what, I always farm when I'm not sure what to do, but I'm seeing in this particular situation, it's better to attack. Another person, again, our other person who's very aggressive, say, you know what, generally it's good to go attack, but in this particular situation, it's better to go farm. They had blunt views of the game. Try to farm as much as possible, try to attack as much as possible. And they're starting to get nuance. They're starting to understand. After some amount of time, you might wind up with the following. These two different players that took different journeys through Dota, these two different players with their different mental models might get to a point where if you were watching them play, you'd say, these two people are playing the same. But each of them is processing the game differently. One person is saying, I generally am leaning towards farming, but this is a game where we want to attack. The other one's saying, you generally want to attack, and this is one of those games where, yeah, you're having yourself a normal freaking game. There's lots of different reasons why people come up with the same output play. And so when I am Sean Plott sitting here just being a streamy boy, if I'm just hanging out, doing my thing, and I'm getting this fire hose of information, I'm hearing different qualities of experience from different people who are at different phases of their learning, all who've had really exciting, cool, punchy moments in Dota, and they all want to impose and push me in some particular direction. And Shadowcast says a point that I agree 1,000,000,000,000% with. Having a bad mental model will always help someone succeed more than having no mental model. If someone's sitting down to play a game and they're wrong about their analysis, well, they can at least adjust it. They can at least make changes to their incorrect mental model. They can at least learn. They can at least apply a whole bunch of heuristics to what they're doing. To, as Day9 might say, be a better gamer. I'm going to do this because my graveyard's full enough to Kroxa next turn, and that's really our Mega Wing condition. Okay, so that's just me imagining players sitting alone in a room playing, having an experience. But then let's think about the social angle. The social side. Why do people tune into streamers? Why do people watch various streamers? And if we dig a little deeper, why do people want to share? Why do people want to share stuff with those streamers? Because that's normal fucking social behavior. I call my friend Tristan. I'm like, hey, Tristan, how are you? He's like, good. How's your day been? And then I just, like, start saying shit. And he just starts saying shit because we're social. We like to share stuff. So if, you know, someone who's watched Day 9 TV for a while sees that Day 9's playing Dota, they're like, this is so cool. This is so great. I can't wait to share. This is a good trade. It's probably going to be a Rimrock Knight again. Or maybe a Lava Coil? What a bluff and what a draw. We're still very happy with this outcome. We're feeling very, very good. I should actually maybe just keep this Phoenix Smash back, huh? I don't want to. I just don't want to. Alright, well. Anyways. So people just want to share their experiences and share what cool stuff they've done and, like, here's a cool strategy to do here, and why do they say that? Because, you know, this player who's commenting in my chat just happened to have a really cool, fun experience doing that. And there's a different person in chat who had a different, fun, cool experience, and they want to share that, and they both just want to share it with me. So the net effect is that it feels like a total fire hose. Feels like a total fire hose. Really? Well, I hate to do it, but I'm gonna do it. Ooh, you'd love to see that. So I'm going to Angrath's Rampage, this, to force my opponent to do something with this. On the battlefield, it's just a mountain. We're going to exile something. It doesn't matter. Because the Agonizing Remorse went into the bin, we now have enough to be able to escape a Phoenix, which can be our blocker, which permits our Murderous Rider to then attack. So this comes all the way back to the communication thing, which is like, hey, is it nice to have people trying to backseat? Or let me not use the term backseat, because that's a very loaded term. Does it help to have people sharing a lot? You'd love to see it. This guy. Target player sacrifices creature. Yeah. Get the fuck out of here. It can just feel like a fire hose. And the big thing is that what I find more than anything is that it just feels confusing. I don't think there's a reason to Agonizing Remorse here. It deals 1 damage to us. It just feels very, very confusing. And the thing is that in defense of the individual person typing, they're just trying to share their really cool, awesome thing that helped them get better. That's all they want to do. It feels like such a positive, well-meaning thing. Like, oh yeah, Day9's playing this game that I play, and I'm just sharing something that I think will help him. It feels so positive. But if person A's advice conflicts with person B's advice, and I do the thing that person B did, A gets pissed sometimes. I think our sideboarding plan is good. And I think that if there's anything that I would love if the world changed, I would say there's nothing wrong with any steps of any of this stuff, any of the, ooh, you might consider this, you might try this, that sort of thing. It's like that last step, which is the expectation that I should take the advice, or that I'm doing something wrong by not taking the advice. And I actually think that last step, huge amounts of people actually don't agree with. And again, it's because it is from the perception of an individual trying to help. You know, like, hey, Sean, like, you know, like, imagine you and I are just in a conversation one-on-one. Hey, Sean, I watched your game of Dota, and I want to tell you, I think if you did this and this and this, it would actually be really helpful. And I think that, because it's all positive feely thoughts on the part of the help giver, they go, but it's really good, right? That I'm doing this really helpful thing, right? And it's not really good, right? This hand is incredible, Jesus. And the answer is wrong. Giving help is not this exclusively positive thing. It can be positive. In particular, solicited help is super freaking positive. Solicited help is, woo, so good. Black. And the reason that the idea of, hey, I'm going to try to help you, isn't it great that I'm helping you? Isn't this wonderful? The reason that I would say that it's not always a positive thing, can be, certainly can be, it's just not guaranteed to be, is that you are putting an expectation on the listener. Everyone knows the following experience. Hey, I'm going to do you a favor. Oh, you don't have to do that. No, but I'm going to do it. Great. Then some time passes. Hey, I did you a favor. Why don't you do me a favor? Oh my God, this is so great. I can actually just say, hey, you sacrifice a creature, and I never even have to target this guy. You love to see it. And everyone's like, dude, you didn't have to do the favor for me. This kinda sucks, but it's okay. My hand is getting progressively less dope. I'm pretty sure we're going to be up against an Anax. Get the fuck out of... Perfect. I suppose that this is actually a more savvy play from our hero. Phoenix of Ash out of there. There we go. Yeah, everyone's had that experience where someone's just like, dude, you owe me because I did something nice for you. It's a little bit similar with the I'm giving advice, and I want you to listen to me on it. Where it's like, hey, I just gave you some information, therefore you owe me a response, or you owe it to me to do what I said, or you owe me somehow. And it's like, No, I don't. Like, alright, this game's getting real derpy. I really want to get that lava coil out of the hand, man. Yes, I did it, everyone. I emptied the hand. And yes, I do run enough lands in this deck. I'm letting it go to combat because if it's a Robber of the Rich, I really want to delete it. My opponent has enough for Embercleave regardless. This is hilarious. Alright, let's give swinging a go. I believe it incorrect to play Kroxa. All of my removal requires a red mana, and I only have 1 red mana, so I should be... Ooh, yeah. Ooh, yeah, you look... Oh, let's get that one out. Target player sacrifices an artifact even. Oof. So this would tell me that our opponent does not have any creatures in hand. Otherwise, our opponent would not have just hard cast an Embercleave. So we can safely play the Kroxa. This game is actually hilarious, by the way. Do you want to build a giant man? Red. Bing. Bong, bang, bong, boom. Look at how absolutely dominating this is. Bye. Send that in for the lives. Oh. And if I take this idea of many people, when they offer help, have an expectation on the other person to respond or explain why they're not going to take the advice, or, you know, do take the, there's this expectation. If you are streaming to a few thousand people and there are 50 people who are putting this sort of pressure on you, it is a lot to deal with, man. Variegat21 says, we're trapped in a parasocial relationship. We're attempting to relate with you while being in a position where we have asymmetric information about you. You're stuck attempting to filter information from a chaotic hive mind. I would... Maybe I'm just very lucky with the people that are part of this community, but, like... I think that the notion of, like, the parasocial relationship is marginally overblown. I feel fine in a lot of... I mean, I certainly have stresses that people who are not streamers don't have. But, I mean, I'm pretty good. I think the idea of a parasocial... For any of you who don't know, the term parasocial relationship is the idea of, like, a one-way social relationship where I am sharing myself outward a lot, and there are probably hundreds of thousands of regular viewers of Day 9 TV. Actually, almost certainly more than that. That I have never even heard of the existence of. So it's a very, very one-sided dynamic there. So, I think a lot of the parasocial relationship stuff, the theory, the discussion of it, is described as the... I'm actually going to rephrase what I was going to say. I feel that what a parasocial relationship, the issues around it, really amount to an audience member needing to face a lot of important personal stresses in a very stark way. Because, for instance, let me... Here's a really simple example. As a human being, you must learn that, and you must accept that people don't owe you shit. If you want someone to hang out with you because you're calling them a lot and saying, hey, are you free on Friday to hang out? Just because you're asking them a lot does not mean that they're obligated to hang out with you on their Fridays. And this can mean, really painfully for some people, that, oh my god, I am really frustrated that I don't get to hang out with the person that I want to hang out with. Oh my gosh. Now, I'm sure all of you have known somebody that talks like this. Dude, I have called Jerry 6 times in the last 6 weeks, and Jerry has literally not called me back once. What an asshole. Again, you're hearing and seeing the setup. You're hearing and seeing the setup. Man, I put a lot of my lands in the bin, and I'm sad about that. Yeah, it's really easy for this person to just be like, yeah, God, Jerry is so rude. What an asshole. And then just not take any emotional responsibility for the fact that, hey, they may never call you back and never hang out with you, and that's okay. They don't have to. I think this is actually pretty important for me to do now. We're both in kind of an awkward spot. And I think that when you have these sort of parasocial relationships, you have a lot of people that get a lot of wants from someone. Or I have a lot of wants towards someone. Hey, I watched your stream and I now want something from you. I want you to respond to me. I want you to give me time. Hey, can you please answer your DMs, man? I've been messaging you, etc., etc., etc. Please. Attention, attention, attention. And it is so sharp. Where it's like you're just talking into the void.
I'll protect you.
And I think that pessimistically, I might say something like, pessimistically, I might say something like, oh, damn it, you bastard. I would have changed everything. Keep playing these out, huh? Pessimistically, I'd say it's hurting a lot of people. There's a lot of people out there who are having this experience and they're having to face these, and isn't that painful, isn't that bad? But optimistically, I feel like it is giving visibility to a lot of important lessons that I think a human needs to learn in order to manage themselves okay.
I've got time.
And again, I think this emotional concept to which I'm referring is, alright, we just didn't draw the land, so we're just fucking. I think it's just, again, it's like there's a lot of like simple, basic, important lessons that socially you just gotta eventually learn. I don't know what I do with the Angrath's Rampage. Let me take them out for now. Put in the Pharika's, Libations, the Duresses. Ashiok seems pretty good, huh? I actually don't think I want the Rankles. The Rankles run headfirst into big boys a lot. I think the Angrath is actually very, very good here, because if we are able to disable a lot of momentum, they're just not going to have a lot of cards, or they're going to have lost their Fires of Invention, so we'll be able to pick things off one at a time. I mean, is a really good looking hand. Well, let's peek right away. Alright, well this is going to be a very rude awakening for this fellow. Why is Ashiok a good card against Jeskai Fires? Ashiok is a very good enabler of all of our escape cards, which are an essential way to win in this matchup. I actually did not think that our opponent would do that. Yeah, I'm going to decline this. I'm going to send that to the bottom. I was super not expecting our opponent to do that, but seems fine enough. Hello, it's me! And doink. We fill up our graveyard and we can just like resummon Kroxa like crazy. Alright, here he goes. Bam! Bop. One on the top. Oh no. Oh no! Show me what I got. Oh. A few things I love more than seeing that whoosh, and it flies over to the other side. This is an enormous threat regardless, because most of the creatures in this deck are 5 mana. Occasionally there's 6 mana. No! Occasionally there's like your 6 mana Dream Trawler and stuff like that. But without a Fires of Invention, this deck slows way the hell down. So even just having a few little peckers pecking in. Oh, you love to see it, baby. Bam. We're gonna see so many whooshies to the right. Or precisely one. Nickel Bowls impersonations are on point. Man, thank you. Thank you. I'm glad someone appreciates good impersonation. That is going to die. We're going to see this, this, and this. 3 ones discoed. Oh my god, the Aether Guft. Oh my god. Look at her butt. Alright. Let's dunk on ourselves again. I mean, this is putting my hand completely face up, and it's fine. Doesn't even really matter that much. Boom. Don't you just love to see someone forgetting that Ashiok prevents from searching the library, so then they just plummet back down to 5? It's just a positive experience. Mire the Great says, I have a close friend who really hates it when people don't respond to his calls. We had a beef for a while because I never answered his calls. I solved it by explaining that I usually don't like to respond to people when I'm doing something. You understand when I told him. I mean, to that I'd be like, yeah, that's good. I'm glad that it resolved that. But also it's pretty important for your friend to realize and understand that, you know, yeah, this is going to be fucking sick. She doesn't understand that, like, you know, it does hurt, and that friend will experience hurt. I'm not saying it doesn't hurt when you want a relationship or something from someone, and they're not reciprocating. That hurts. And I think that what you are doing, which is to talk to him, is a way to help address and repair that hurt. The problem comes when said friend believes that you are responsible for repairing that hurt. You know what I mean?
That's more like it.
Well, if that isn't to shatter the sky, I don't know what is. Oh, please send the Kroxa back to the hand.
No, I am not.
Oh my god, I love to see it. The reason why I want the Kroxa back to the hand is that I can't cast anything at instant speed, so I can't do anything responsively with Varric. Shit. Show me what you got. Yeah, I can't do anything responsively, so the ability to, like, play a Kroxa and, like, discard something, then replay a Kroxa and discard something. Ah! Don't go. What do I think about this? I think we have a pretty good looking thing. Oh, by the way, great news, Ghost Stalker. In the next update of XSplit, there is a repair, or I should say, an alleged next pitch allegedly addresses and fixes that NDI problem. It is an acceptable hand. Oh my god, an Angrath Rampage. Wow, 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 wow. Yeah, the NDI is going to be fixed. Super9 says, also, I just want to point out that I'm glad you have a healthy view of this parasocial relationship you have with chat. I could definitely see streamers getting really stressed by this kind of dynamic. You know, I actually... Oh yeah, that's right, I'm against the same player. Fuck, I totally forgot. For some reason I thought I was in a new best of 3 and just declared myself the champion. But that was wrong.
Sorry I'm late.
Plus. Here we go. No! It's actually fine, I can just do this. When a lot of my understanding about this stuff came from when I first started streaming, and I didn't know how to deal with it because, you know, I just sort of, I had what I think is a very reasonable thing that people grow up feeling, which is if someone asks you something, you feel an obligation. You know, hey Sean, I like your stream. Is there any way to, like, you know, hang out? Can I, like, have a Skype call with you for just, like, 20 minutes? And I'd be like, oh, 20 minutes, you know, like, no big deal. It's, like, not a, you know, it's 20 minutes. And all of a sudden, I'd slowly be losing out on more and more and more time of my week. And let me tell you, the demands keep coming. Demands keep on coming. Especially as your audience grows. And then there's that, like, first moment where you can't do it. And it's really, it can be emotionally very, very stressful and difficult. Oh. Smooth libations. Okay, so let's count. So, I think an obvious choice to do right now is target player sacrifices a creature. Alright, we just get this one out of the way. And I think I actually am going to Pharika's Libation here. No, I'm going to kill the Teferi because I can Pharika's and Murderous Rider. We only saw a single creature played and a Teferi, so it's very unlikely that it's going to be double creature here. And then blue. That's a creature, that's going to really hurt us. That's a little more okay. Part of the reason I'm feeling more okay about this situation is Pharika's Libation. Initially, I'd be like, this always needs to hit the Fires of Invention. That's actually so good. But here, it feels pretty clear that there's no more creatures in Yamariri's hand. It feels quite clear. And then I can leave the Pharika's Libation as creature enchantment removal. Like, I would expect nothing to happen this turn. Play just this one. Not going to play both, because with nothing being played, it's very likely that there is a Deafening Clarion in hand. And Yamariri has not had a reason to cast it sooner than this, so I don't want to just smash out both. So what I'd expect is that it's going to be Time Wipe, Potato, Potato. And once it's shuffled back in, now I think I want to make this dude sack a enchantment. Because now with the Castle Vantress, there's a lot more probability of like hunting for stuff that's useful. And then I'm going to keep bonking with the Phoenix of Dead Ash. Can I get a one time? Kroxa one time? One time? One time! I gotta decline this. This is... Now, Aether Gust is the other one that we would expect to be in the hand. I assume that that's land and some mixture of Aether Gusts. One top, one bottom. That could be... No way! Okay, so I guess Deafening Clarion's going to go into the bin. Or some sort of other sweep. I just don't know what this last card is. See you later, alligator! Ooh! Alright. I mean, Devout Decree, it's like potato, potato, man. Alright, so I pretty much had a good read on this one. Not perfect one. Let's just get another Kroxa out there. Let's just end it. Oh! Alright, well, we're going to get rid of them. We're going to decline because we really need a cast for this guy. This, I actually weirdly think is the best play. Let's play this guy, because now we can attack here. If my opponent gets a Cavalier or a Kenrith, Cavalier or Kenrith, we can just block with the Murderous Rider, and then we can win next turn by pumping the Phoenix. And if our opponent just gets anything else, like a flyer, we can also swing in with the Murderous Rider and get free damage. We also have so much land that if our opponent just plays a flyer to block the Phoenix of Ash, we can just play whatever the first card we draw is, then immediately redraw and go to 6. So I need to use the restroom like so bad. Okay. Ooh. Is this a zombie? Oh, this is a zombie? Shit. One, two, three, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So I can give this plus 6. 6 and that is... I could have taken 1 less damage, but I did it in the wrong order. And does that kill me? 1, 2... Yeah, because I took that 1 extra damage, that means death for me. Because this is 10 total damage coming in. And then I heal 2. Oh, no, wait, no, it's not death. I'm, like, super wrong. Is that death? Because, no, it's 70. My opponent is 1 off. 1 off. There we go. It's, whoa! 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 Oh, my goodness! Whoa! I think Yamariri just made a mistake hasting and realizes it only now. Unless this is an Aether Gust, in which case there was a way to block through. Oh, we lost! Just kidding. I did it. Telling you, this deck is very sweet. Let me use the restroom real fast, please. Enjoy looking at this deck list.